I want to say this at the beginning of the video. If you happen to look at FNF HD as an amazing mod, but yeah, you look at FNF Soft Mod as a bad mod, please explain how. The only reason I could somewhat understand your opinion is if you find the story of FNF Soft Mod way more irritating than the story of FNF HD. But after finally playing both mods, I still disagree with that statement. But before we talk about that, I want to say please don't send any hate to the FNF HD team. I would also like to say that I'm not saying you can't like the mod, because a lot of people decided to twist the words said in the Soft Mod video to make it seem like since I didn't like the mod, no one else could, which that just wasn't the case. So, recently, FNF HD got an update. Basically, the mod remixed a bunch of the original songs, some good and some not so much. And even though most of the songs in this update were either extremely somewhat enjoyable or just kinda boring, I still like the effort that was put in, something I wish for other mods out there. But let's talk about the problem with this mod. FNF HD has an extreme lag issue. This mod lagged a plethora of times, even resulting in multiple crashes and a bunch more of unfair misses in songs. Again, and then again. But out the password. The game crashed. Again. So it's not just week 4. Which I understand that isn't all their fault, but did no one sit through and playtest the mod before shipping it out? Speaking of actually playing the mod, the charting in this mod is a mixed bag. You can either experience a really fun chart, a chart that feels extremely rushed and poorly made, or the most common of the three, a boring and mostly slow chart. How do you manage to release an awful chart and then release an update that still manages to fix none of the problems it previously had? Most of the charts that I found boring weren't bad per se, but instead just made me sit there and go, wow, this mod is amazing. Which is something I said to myself a surprisingly large amount of times, but the few times I didn't say that was mostly Week 3, Winter Horrorland, and Breaking Point. I want to sit down and talk about what makes the date week a perfect week in my opinion. The dialogue in this week feels quite charming in a sense. I love the idea of boyfriend and girlfriend going on an actual date and just chilling out. Nothing that they say in this mod seems extremely cringe or used for just unfunny gags, but instead feels like two people having a genuine conversation. And also, might I add, the beat and the instrumental feel so entrancing, and even though I'm not the biggest fan of Boyfriend's vocals, this song manages to make me actually like them, which I know Breaking Point is an actual song, but I still gotta give the props to the HOD team for being able to turn this song into a really nice sounding FNF song. I also want to talk about my love for how they remixed Winter Horrorland. They made the song feel genuinely creepy. While I may not like it as much as I like Breaking Point, I really appreciate the effort that was put in. I love the whole dramatic aesthetic it's going for. From the whispering in the song to the whole orchestra feel, it manages to actually make me feel the emotion put into the song. And it actually manages to make me feel uncomfortable at times, and not in the same way MILF manages to make me uncomfortable. Speaking of being uncomfortable, let's talk about the dialogue in this mod, which was honestly the original reason why I wanted to make this video in the first place. Seeing that a lot of people agreed with me on the soft mod video, I then realized that the hate towards the soft mod for being a cringe mod and just basically a skin mod with like a few different songs wasn't as strongly present when it came to FNF HD. While there were those who didn't like the mod, there was also a plethora of those who also praised the mod, when these mods are basically just the same thing. By the way, I'm somewhat referring to this before the remix update came out. This is also even spotted by the creator of FNF HD. I'm definitely not trying to say that people can't like FNF HD if they didn't like the FNF soft mod. All I'm trying to actually say is just treat the soft mod a little bit nicer. With the FNF soft mod, you have a somewhat consistent goal. BF and Pico are trying to run away to live together. While yes, the characters may be annoying and the dialogue may be cringe at times, you kind of somewhat get attached to the characters a little bit. I recently replayed FNF soft mod and took a look back at my video about it, and I realized I was an idiotic kid. While yes, my points may have been valid, I still can't bear to sit through at least half of the video, which is kind of embarrassing that it's my most popular video. But back to the topic, when I play FNF HD, I feel no sense of connection with BF and GF's dynamic. The entire story of the mod is just BF wants to smash girlfriend, and they will constantly remind you. I hate bringing up soft mod, but it's a somewhat nice comparison to FNF HD. Remember how soft mod constantly reminded you how evil everyone is? Well, in this mod, it's just constant unfunny humor. It feels like the entire humor is either, hey, look what they said a cool and offensive thing, or just, zooey mama, look at that spicy thing they just said. None of the characters even feel fleshed out. They're all just there for unfunny gags, which is why I really appreciate the date week much more. It manages to flesh out these characters and actually make me care for them, which I know every week isn't supposed to be like that, but when the dialogue is so annoying that it makes me want to punch the main character, then you've kind of messed up when it comes to crafting dialogue. In conclusion, FNF HD is a mod that has a lot of lost potentials, seeing as most people see FNF HD as a way of giving FNF an actual story. It manages to have its nice moments and its awful ones too. While I personally really dislike the story and plot surrounding the mod, I will admit the remix update made this mod way more enjoyable. Not to mention there's a Sonic Week that I've just decided not to talk about because that'd be a whole nother bag of worms to open. I'd also like to mention that yes, I know that since the remix update was added that a lot of my opinions are not somewhat as heavy as they used to be, but I'd like to say that since this mod tries to give dialogue to the weeks to make them come to life and give backstory to the main events, that the dialogue should still make sense even if there's music that accompanies it.